Hello, I'm developing a survival horror game called Maja Island. In this game, you're trapped on a mysterious island after you take a job there as a fisherman. The only way to escape is to battle a massive sea monster known as Gran Maja. But you're not totally helpless. You have access to your trusty fishing boat, which you can use to explore the neighboring islands. You can use your boat to head out to sea and catch some fish, which you can also sell to the locals, and you can use the money and the resources that you get from fishing and completing these quests to upgrade your boat so that you can become strong enough to take on Gran Maja. The game is like a mix of Choo Choo Charles and Dredge if you've ever played those games. By the way, you should totally wishlist my game on Steam right now. There's a link in the description of the video of where you can do that. Anyway, let's get back to how this idea started. A while back, I wanted to play a horror game and I ended up checking out Choo Choo Charles. I thought the concept was super cool. You have this train and you have to fight this demonic spider train named Charles. A couple months later after that, I decided I wanted to do something similar, but set in the sea. The first thing I needed was a scary monster. I did some research and I didn't want it to be a shark as that felt too basic, but then I discovered Gran Maja. It just looked creepy and I thought it would be the perfect fit for my game. So, what happened in my game? Well, the island that you're trapped on used to be a great fishing spot and full of life. But then a shady organization set up some labs in the area to conduct experiments and research. You're not really sure why they appeared. At first, it seemed harmless, it wasn't really hurting anyone. But then, strange mutated bodies started washing up on the shore, and weird yells and screams could be heard from the labs. Soon, fishermen started disappearing, and rumours spread of a massive sea monster lurking in the waters. It was said anyone who tried to escape the island would be eaten by this monster. So, what happened at these labs? They must have some connection to the creature. But people don't really want to go there because they hear weird sounds, and people are afraid to venture off by the sea because of Gran Maja. But the truth lies somewhere in those labs. So, in the game, you start as a fisherman with your own fishing boat. You can catch fish, sell them, and use your earnings to upgrade your boat. You'll be able to upgrade its fuel capacity, its defense, and with these upgrades, you'll be able to explore further areas of the map and ultimately uncover the secrets you need to take down Gran Maja. So let's go over the fishing system in my game. I'd actually love to get some feedback on this. I'm torn between two systems. Option A. This is a quick time fishing system. When you try to catch a fish, random letters will appear on the screen and you must press them on your keyboard. If you successfully press the keys, you will reel in the fish. The difficulty depends on the fish you're trying to catch. For example, easier fish may only require you to put 2 correct key combinations in time, while harder ones will require more. I can also make it more difficult by adjusting how long you have to press the keys. For an easy catch, you may have 3 seconds to press each key, but for a tougher fish, you may only have half a second to press the key. So, that's the first fishing system. This is the fishing system I am more likely to go with because I think it's more simple and easy to explain to players. Option B, though, is a fishing system like Stardew Valley. So, once you bait a fish, you'll then control a moving slider that must stay on the fish as a progress bar fills up. If the slider isn't on the fish, the bar declines. If it empties, the fish escapes. Whereas if you hold the slider on the fish long enough, the bar will fill up, and if it reaches the top and fills up, you will catch this fish. This fishing system has a lot more mechanics going on, so it'll be easier to adjust the difficulty, make upgrades, and make it more dynamic. But it also may be a bit harder and more frustrating, which is why I'm leaning towards the quick time option. Although, let me know, what type of fishing system would you prefer? After catching the fish, you'll need to store them in your boat. I was playing Dredge as I was doing some research on this game, and I really loved the spatial inventory system in it, where different fish take up different amounts of space. So I have a similar system. Once you catch a fish, you have to manage where it is in your boat. Depending on the size of the fish, you'll be able to rotate it and position it and move it. You'll have to thoughtfully arrange and manage your catch. And then I've not implemented this idea yet, but I'm thinking of adding some seabirds to my fishing system. So in the game, they're going to be these birds. They're just going to fly around. They don't really do anything. Although, I'm thinking of making it so this could be like a 10% chance of happening or a rare event whilst you're in your boat, if you're not fishing and you're just minding your own business, a bird may fly towards your boat and then steal a fish off your boat and fly off. To prevent this though, you will be able to have weapons in my game. These weapons are mainly used to fend off Gran Maja if it randomly appears, although you could potentially use it at a bird if it's trying to go on your boat and steal your fish. I thought this just may be a fun little mechanic to add, but I've not added it yet. Next, for my fishing system, I've made this fish encyclopedia. This will be a book in the game that catalogues all of the different fish you've caught. Think of it like a Pokédex if you're familiar with Pokemon. You don't need to catch every single fish in the game, but I thought it would be nice to just have this book where you can see all of the potential different fish. If you've not caught a fish, then it'll be grayed out, although once you catch a fish, you'll see its information. Right now, I only have like 10 different fish in the game, but in the final game, I'm thinking there'll be like 30 or 40 different fish. Okay, that's the fishing system. Next, let's go over upgrading your boat. So, you'll have this boat which you can use to defend yourself against Gran Maja. Originally, I designed a system where you could upgrade your boat on the go, similar to Choo Choo Charles. In that game, you can collect scraps by completing missions, and then once you have scraps, you can just upgrade your boat on the fly. However, I ultimately scrapped this idea. When I was making my game, I shared some early footage online, and many people mentioned it reminded them of Dredge. That's what actually inspired me to play Dredge. And in Dredge, in order to upgrade your boat and change it, you normally go to a town. There you can spend resources upgrading your boat. And I actually prefer this system, so I thought I'd make it so there are these hub towns. Here you'll be able to do things like upgrade the fuel capacity, make your defenses stronger, make your weapons stronger, and so on. I prefer this approach because it encourages planning and you'll need to decide on your boat setup before you venture out into the sea. Next, let's talk about weapons. So as you progress through the main campaign in the game, you'll be able to unlock various weapons. There are only going to be 4 different weapons in the game. These will be essential for clearing obstacles and accessing new areas and battling Gran Maja. Each weapon will have a unique effect. So for example, maybe I'll make it so one weapon will massively slow down Gran Maja if you use it, which could prevent it from reaching and attacking your ship, whereas another weapon may do a lot more damage to it. So far I have the minigun and the laser weapon and also a rocket launcher. I just need to make the final weapon. If this game looks interesting to you, please wishlist it on Steam and follow it. So let me know, what are your thoughts on my game? Are there any more features you think you'd like to see in it? And subscribe to my gaming channel, Unreal Fusion Games. There I'll post more updates about the game. That's all for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.